Hey, what's going on, Blue Noses? It's me again, the boy in blue, back with another video. I hope you guys are all okay and doing okay. It's the Blues football fountain against Shrewsbury. I'm looking forward to this one. Joining me tonight is my Blues brother, Nick. How you doing, son?
How are you, Jay? You all right? Good to be good to see you, man, and good to be back on the stream.
Good, mate. Good. I missed you last night, mate. To be honest.
I know. Yeah, I can't believe all the time we've been trying. Well, I don't know, what 3 or 4 months we've been trying, and then I couldn't make it on the one it actually worked. Let me just turn this light on, Jack.
Yeah. Saying, son.
Yeah. So I managed to watch a bit of it this morning, so it was really good. Really pleased for you. You put the effort in. I know it's been stressful.
I was on about this last night, but it's just proof that if you want, just don't give up with things. You know what I mean? And it was, that's a perfect example. If people are like doing things and that, don't ever give up. Because you can do it.
Don't ever give up on your dreams.
Yeah, dream.
Yeah, man. No, fair play. And
then our third guest is another Blues content creator. I thought it'd be nice to get them on as well. So I want to try and do as many of these as possible because I think we're all Blues and we all should be helping one another. And joining me is Neil from BlueTube. How you doing, son?
Hello, gents. Thanks for having me on. It's nice to be here.
No problem, mate.
Yeah, well, good to see you now.
And you, matey.
Yeah, so you do the BlueTube. You haven't long started, have you, mate? You're doing really well, aren't you?
We started. Yeah, that's it. We started September. Ben, my son, and me. We actually started last year, really, but didn't put anything out because it wasn't. My lad, I was saying just before we started, is a bit of a perfectionist and he likes it to be just so. Whereas I like to just get on and put it out and just enjoy what we're doing. He does enjoy it, obviously, but so we started this year. So here we are.
Now, because I like that as well, because it reminds me of my dad. You got that father-son bond as well, and what if it weren't for my dad, I wouldn't be a Blue Nose, and it's it's nice. Like,
I think he hates me for it sometimes, though.
Why?
Being a Blue Nose with all the sorrows.
Oh no! It's worth every.
No, he loves it. He loves it.
Worth it all, mate. Apart from today.
Yeah.
Have you got all the stats and stuff up, Nick, and that? Because you're good at that stuff, ain't you, mate? While we're doing this.
Yeah. I've got sofa score up. Just let me know when you want it up.
Yeah, man, get it on there if you want. Then we'll turn the.
One sec. I'll just start that comment. Okay. So share my screen.
What did you lads think of the game? Because personally, I thought it was shite.
Well, I got the pre-game nerves today, and I haven't had that all season, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Just like that new manager bounce was just playing on my mind, and I was looking at their setup. He changed the setup completely, and he is a guy that can get the best out of like a fairly average team. And just thought it was going to be one of those days, and it turned out to be, didn't it?
They were up for it, weren't they, Shrewsbury? I mean, credit to Shrewsbury. They were a different side from the last two. I think what hasn't helped as well is the fact they've had a new manager, and they've already played us twice already. I mean, they've got more homework on us than a lot of teams have because I think we're playing them the most this season, aren't we? Because we already played them a friendly, and then the Bristol Street Motors, and now the first league game, and then we've got to play them at our place as well, haven't we? So they've had a bit more homework.
Yeah, it was truly, they literally had nothing to lose today. They're holding the rest of the table up. It was just go out there and probably enjoy the game, and they really did, didn't they? They stifled us as we should have expected them to be honest. But I don't think we set up like we should have done, but I suppose we'll get to that shortly, won't we?
Yeah.
I completely agree. Like I had that feeling this morning. I said to my pal when I got in the car, because obviously I went in the game, and I said, I've just got a feeling. Gareth Ainsworth, first game in charge, really good League One manager. It's going to get him up for it. And I didn't expect us to lose. I was thinking it was going to be 1-1 or something. I did. Really tough game. And you could tell from the first 10 minutes who wanted it more, in my eyes. Shrewsbury definitely wanted it more. Like players were backing out of challenges. They was more ferocious in their challenges. I was just hoping that if we could have kept them 0-0 for the first half, that maybe we would have tied them out and got a couple of goals in the second half. But when they got that first goal, and obviously went on to get the second, it just made it so difficult.
Cheap goals as well, weren't they? Cheap goals.
Really, yeah, man, really cheap goals. Really cheap goals.
The urgency with me, like with the back four, I don't know what they was doing. Like it was just as if Shrewsbury just walked the ball in like, for every goal that they scored. I couldn't believe it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it was almost like our back line hadn't played together.
Yeah, there was no urgency at all. It's like, come on,
Absolutely.
why? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, we got the best back four in the league by far, and I just don't know what they was doing today. It was pure awful. And then when Davies called them all, I think it was like the later half of the second half. I think one of their players went down with cramp, and he called them all over, didn't he? And he was giving them a talking to. I thought maybe we might see something change, but nah, it was just the same, weren't it? And then we had the penalty, and I thought, well, maybe this might change, and it was still the same. It was just.
Yeah.
When you're chasing a game like that, and you're 3-1 as we were at one time down, it should have just been all Blues, like surrounding their box, and it just wasn't. We were still letting them come at us as well, weren't we? We were still letting them have these little spells and on the back foot, and it was like we just didn't have faith in our own ability at times.
I mean, first off, it was 80-something on possession again, weren't it? Like,
81, 82.
Why are we not scoring goals? That's ridiculous again. Why aren't we finding the back of the net? And then
we're not shooting.
And then outside the 18-yard box, like when they're passing it, there's a couple of chances. Like you're watching it, like obviously you're spectating it and stuff, and it's like, why are they fucking around with it for? Like, just get it into the box and just find the net. Come on, lads. Like, do you know what I mean? It was really frustrating today.
Yeah, I thought, I know we're going towards the end of the game again, but Yokohama, it was just too little too late, wasn't it, really, as well? I think he should have been given a good half hour to get stuck in.
Yeah, definitely.
I've started him, well,
well, this is something we discussed the other day. I think it's about time we started him now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Take it to them. Anderson was brought off early as well. What were your thoughts on that with Anderson coming? Half an hour, was it, when he came off?
Yeah, we didn't seem too pleased, did he? Obviously, I was in the ground, but I'm sure when he took Anderson off, because Anderson gave away the free kick, what they scored their first goal from, and I'm sure he went straight down the tunnel. Keisha Anderson. I might be wrong. Cameras might have caught it and seen we got gone to the bench, but I swear he went straight down the tunnel. Did you watch the game, Neil, on the TV?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I was watching on the telly. I didn't look. The only thing I noticed, and I was going to bring up, was that every time the cameras were on Chris Davies, he was just going mental at something. And it was almost like, wind it in a bit now, son. Because every decision he was, and some of them were the right call. To be fair, I thought the ref, who I don't normally like anyway, had a good game, but he was just going off at the. I thought at some point he was going to get himself a yellow card or worse, because it was just everything he was like losing his mind with. And I don't know if the Anderson thing was just a snapshot decision, or if it was because he thought he was going to get himself sent off, because that challenge probably could have been a red with some of the referees we've had recently, couldn't it?
Oh, okay. I didn't see the challenge. So yeah,
it was one of them. It was like high. It was like, I think that their team was calling for something a bit more. It was a yellow card, really, but you can see them go.
It wasn't accident. Wasn't intentional.
Yeah, he was watching the ball, wasn't
he? Yeah, he didn't do it.
They'd have gone with reckless, probably.
But he was a yellow card, definitely. But he didn't do it intentionally. He didn't mean to. But yeah, it's definitely a yellow card. 100%.
But I think any player coming off at half an hour, you don't want to be that player, do you?
No. But I mean, I don't know why he ain't. I mean, I've got nothing against Keshi Anderson. I do like him. I liked him last season. I like the fact that he stayed as well, to try and get us back up.
Yeah.
He was part of that team last season. That's another reason why I like him. He stayed. But Yokoyama, he's a baller. He reminds me of like a young Cristiano Ronaldo, like how quick he is with his feet. Can you see what I mean? Like how he's
hungry for it, isn't he? You can see he just wants to do it.
The game changes every time he's on the pitch, though, as well. Like, we look a lot more dangerous when he's on, put it that way. Well, in my opinion, anyway.
Today I just thought that, look, going forward, it was almost like we needed to be on rails almost, and if it wasn't quite where they sort of practiced the movement, it didn't work for them. It's that final third, isn't it? It's almost like, oh, it's not how we expect it to be. Yeah, let's go back and let's try again, or lose possession and we'll try again. Because the one thing I've noticed in the recent games, we had this philosophy, didn't we? And I've mentioned this before on a couple of our analyses, where we had this 10-minute rule. If you lose possession, 10-second rule to get it back again. That seems to have gone out the window now. It's almost like we're getting behind the ball and letting them come towards us and breaking quickly, rather than just shutting them down. So I think we need to try and get that mentality back again.
Do you think he got the substitutions right, Neil?
I think he just lost the plot with the substitutions. To be honest with you, I think he was just throwing like anything at it. I don't think there was a lot of method in what he was doing. To be fair,
I think in that first goal winning, though, I think making substitutions quite quick. I think he did panic a little bit. I think it's a combination of things today.
I mean, when Lyndon Dykes came on, my thought was, well, Alfie May must have a knock. He must not be completely fully fit for him not to come on. And I know everyone's talking about this at the moment. When you've got the guy that's been scoring, been the top scorer in this division for the last 2-3 seasons, and he's on the bench. I mean, you can't get it, can you? I'd love to have a pint with Chris Davies and just ask him what his thoughts on what his plans are there, and why he goes for the front line he does, because we've been advocating for a long time now, and I think people are getting sick of me saying this, but if you've got your number 9, play him as a number 9. Stansfield can come in from any of the sides and likes to come in from the side. We've seen that. He was doing that for the Fulham under-21s, likes that space. And Willemsen's a number 10. When he signed for us in his interview, he told us he was a number 10. That's what I'd like to see, and I'd love to know the reason behind why we're not doing that at the moment.
Do you think it's because of the price tag on Stansfield, and you may be under pressure to almost start Stansfield as the 9, rather than?
If that's the case, you'd give it a few games, wouldn't you? And then you need to quickly realise, well, we need to do something different then, and look at something else. Because I think wherever you play him on the front line, he'll find a goal, because they're not all knocking in the 6-yard box for Stansfield, are they? He tends to score more around the edge of the box, doesn't he? Rather than he scored a couple of headers and a couple of tap-ins, but he likes that bit of space to run on, turn a man, have a go. And I think he can do that better from the flanks.
Yeah. Did you hear what the commentator was saying as well, Neil? Because you watched it on telly. Like me about Stansfield. I think it was one point in later on in the first half, maybe before the whistle went. But even the commentator was saying, that Stan ain't even had the ball all game. I think that's why he moved him over.
20 minutes. Yeah. 20 minutes before he'd had a touch of the ball today. Yeah, I do remember that, and that's just not good enough, is it? When you're taking the game to somebody.
Well, it's not so much that. It's not. I mean, when you're having that much possession, like the really ain't.
And your forwards aren't having it. That just goes to show this 80% means nothing. It just backs that up, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's unfortunate. But what do we do then? What do we do moving forward from here? I mean, what would you do if you was Chris Davies?
That's a good question, mate. Well, I'd certainly give him a bollocking first.
Yeah.
I'm sure
I'd love to see what's going on in there.
Yeah.
He wasn't happy, was he? He wasn't happy at all. Did you see the post-match reaction from Davies?
No, not yet.
He's looking bereft in every interview after the game at the moment. He doesn't like being a loser. You can see that.
Yeah. Which is a good thing, I suppose.
It is, but you want to see him like giving the players that. And you could see that. You mentioned it on the side of the pitch when that one player went down with the cramp, and you could see him really trying to rally them, but it just didn't happen today, did it?
I mean, I like him as a manager. I like him for that. I mean, I think he's class. But I mean, surely the lads have got to turn up for him as well. Like, do you know what I mean? And I can't think of anything good that came from that game, really, apart from the possession. But like you say, like that doesn't even mean anything, does it? And I mean, we all have our bad games, and it's still early doors. But I was really feeling confident that we was going to do him again, to be honest.
Yeah, I'd give 2 forecasts for the score the other day, and I'd said my heart was saying, like a 3-0, but my head was saying we'd probably get a draw if we're lucky. And I'd love to have got the draw today, obviously, with but we'd have still been gutted with that, wouldn't we? Let's face it.
Yeah.
What was the weather like, Nick?
Atrocious.
Yeah, was it?
Atrocious. Yeah, I got absolutely soaked as well because it was quite near the front. It was I had a big coat on and that, and gloves and a hat and everything. But I mean, I don't know whether the weather plays into the play. It was like the players were just. You could, I don't know, man. You could just tell Shrewsbury were more up for it, more gritty. There was, the challenges, and you can usually kind of gauge a game. I can anyway from the first 10 minutes. Who wants this game?
Yeah,
me and the lads I went the game with, like we all said the same. Do you know what I mean? That was before they scored the first goal. And then they went on to get the second. But when we pulled one back, and the half-time whistle blew, I thought we can go on and win this. I was quite confident we'd win it 3-2.
Yeah.
And then you get the sucker blow 3-1. You're like, "Phew."
Yeah, I knew when that goal went in, I knew it was game over. I was still clinging on for some hope, and that's why when I was on about the penalty, I thought the game had changed, or when Davis had called the players over, like we mentioned earlier, Neil, I thought there was still hope left in it. But when that third goal went in, we brought it back.
Where the old mentality of being a Blues fan comes in, isn't it? We all started getting this brightness for this season and a bit of hope. But then things like this happen. It's like back to how it used to be, and we know how this goes now.
Definitely.
I wouldn't change it for the world, though, mate.
No, absolutely.
Definitely. Oh, I would for one season at least. I want a season like I just want a good season, man. And I thought, like, I'm not saying this is the end of the world. It's only three or four games, but I was so confident going back 4 or 5 weeks ago. I thought this is going to be it. Like, we're going to piece this league. Fast forward 4 or 5 weeks, and I'm a little bit worried. Do you know what I mean, guys? I'm a little bit worried, man, because it just seems that we can't seem to break these teams down.
Yeah, I think they can more, like Neil was saying.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think we need to. I keep going on about positivity to do with the Blues, and and that comes from us. Yeah, we're the 12th man. On the stands. Like certainly at home, and I think we can go a bit quiet, can't we, when things like this happen and we start to moan. We're known to be, let's face it, and with good reason with how things have gone in the past. But I'd like to think now this has been a blip. We had a lot against us today. Like you say, we had the weather. Their pitch looked atrocious, Nick. I don't know what was it like. I couldn't tell on the TV, but was it a bit long again, like they're all doing against us at the moment? Stop the passing game, or was it not too bad? I know it was going to be wet.
Yeah, it was really wet, and they'd altered the pitch size by the looks of it as well, because you could see white lines around the thing. So whether they've done anything like that.
They've made the pitch bigger, haven't they?
They made the pitch bigger, I think they had. They made bigger or smaller, but they've done something with the size, because you could see the white lines. But I think you're allowed to do that. But I mean, but at the end of the day, the pitches are both for the same. Both teams, do you know what I mean?
It's true.
Yeah. So it's one of them, man. I don't know. I don't know.
But that together, like, and we mentioned the weather, and then this new manager bounce. He's obviously come in. He's give them a right, dose of positivity, and told them just to go out and fight for the shirts. And we've been the first people to come across them. I think if it had been a couple of games time, maybe it'd have been a totally different story. It certainly was a few games ago, wasn't it? Because we played them so many times this season.
Oh, you were saying about the international breaks and that, Neil, because we were about this earlier, wasn't we? And I always try and find the positives of that. More training time with the players, more that Chris Davis can, improve and iron out these teething problems that we're going to have. We're 14 games in now, brand new squad. There's going to be teething problems, but I don't think that this one helped us. Clearly, did it?
No. I think this was probably the worst game to come back on with Ainsworth coming in.
Definitely.
And I think we've just got to put it down to a bit of experience now. Try and get over it and use that anger in a controlled way against. Is it Exeter on Tuesday? Not Exeter. Not Tuesday.
Exeter, yeah.
It is Exeter, isn't it? Yeah. So someone, I mean, with the quality we've got, someone, and we've been saying it a lot. And I got misled when we beat Fulham under 21 7-1. I really thought that was the floodgates opening. I did, but I do still think that when we do click, because clearly we're not gelling well yet, still up front especially. Someone's in for a thumping. Yeah, we have got too much quality not to. Yeah, and that's what I'm holding on to at the minute.
Bang on.
Yeah.
Do you want
Let's hope so.
You want to turn the phones on, lads, and
yeah, man.
People.
Absolutely, yeah, good.
Yeah, so hopefully it'll work again like it did last night. Now,
I bet it don't work for me. Jay, I bet it don't work for me. I guarantee it. Do I need my earphones on?
It's up to you. I'd put them on, but it's up to you, son.
There's nothing coming through the earphones. I think I might have to finger it. Okay, yeah.
I'm glad it's not me and technology.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, I can hear you through the earphones now.
Okay,
no way. Class, man.
I love you, Nick. I love you.
Can hear your phones, man.
Right.
Yeah, let's go for it, man. Let's get the phone lines booming.
Right, the phone lines are on. I've had a change of the stuff on the screen as well. The number is where, well, it's landed, unfortunately, where the comments are, but that's where they went. So I'm just trying not to leave the comments on too long, Nick, so they can see the number on the screen. And I'll change the.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Be on the banner will be on the bottom as well, so you can see that number as well.
Okay.
You can talk to all of us. Oh. How you doing, Duncan?
I'm all right, Brev. How are you?
I'm all right, thanks, mate. Lads, can you hear Duncan?
Loud and clear.
Yeah.
Can you hear me, Dunk?
Yes, I can.
Yeah.
No way. Yes.
Go on, Nick.
Dunk, man.
With the headphones on, mate, you look really cool.
Proper, going professional, Dunk, man. Going proper pro.
Now, I never went to the game. I watched it on the old goggle box. And right, I'm going to start the phone call off, guys, if you don't mind.
Yeah, that's all right.
I need to take charge of the phone call because I've got a bit to say, and I'm not coming at this from a hate angle. I love all the players. I love the Blues. I'll start with the right back position. I like Laird, and he's good going forward. And I think he's 50-50 with his crossing or his passing when he gets into a good position.
Yeah.
But I noticed last year, and I noticed today, if he's facing their left winger or left midfield player, if he gets a bit bullied or he feels intimidated, he goes into his shell.
Yeah.
And that's not a criticism of him as a person, but I think sometimes he gets bullied a bit too much when he can't handle it.
Yeah.
That's the way I see it anyway. And over on the left, Keshi's good because he's a tough player.
Yeah.
But not having Hanson to pick from has made Keshi the one. But I think that we should look at that left side.
Yeah, I agree, mate.
In the window.
Duncan.
Yeah.
What do you reckon? Me and Neil and Nick was on about this earlier. I mean, I like Keshi, but from what I've seen so far, why ain't he playing that Yokoyama? Why ain't he starting?
Well, I did see a report that he doesn't do enough when he hasn't got the ball. I don't know. I mean, like I'm old-fashioned. If you've got one player out the 11 that gets a little bit of a free hand, then let him be the player. I don't know. But my main concern is the far right of our team. We haven't got a player that's nailed on the position. It's no good sticking William out there. He's going to be number 10. You know, in the window, we need a far right-sided player that's going to side. It's got a bit of pace, a bit of balance about him. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We haven't got one. We haven't got one at all. Like, everyone says the number 9's the problem, but I think it's the far right is the problem.
Yeah.
Trying to put someone in there and then put in it's so frustrating, isn't it? Do you know
Can I suggest something?
Yeah. Go on.
Can you hear me, Dunk?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. He's the right hand side. We are struggling, and I do think Chris Davis doesn't know who to put there. If Scott Wright was fit, Scott Wright would be in that right hand side. I think he would still play Stansfield up top. I think where the problem's coming in at the moment is obviously he's moving Williamson over to that right hand side. You know,
leave him there. Leave him at number 10.
Leave him at the 10. Yeah.
A lot of money, and he's the manager, and I have still got faith in him.
Yeah.
Today I watched his, his post-match thing, and he looked like, well, I don't know, he looked flabbergasted, and I just hope tomorrow to pick them up,
Yeah. He will, yeah. You will. I mean, I'm not being funny, but I've been hearing, like Dunk, I haven't been on social media since I got back from the game. I've just seen a post from a mate. I've literally went on Facebook. I didn't go on the blue sites, but a mate posted about people calling for Chris Davis's head. Now I don't know whether it's mad, isn't it? Like what the you can't be doing that. Whoever's doing that, man, that's just not Blues, man. You can't be calling for managers' heads this early.
No. Yeah, just their emotions talking, isn't it?
Probably, yeah. I hope so, Neil, because we can't be having that, man. People calling out Chris Davis already.
No,
do you know what I mean?
Not after I was going to say on the Ethan Laird and the Keisha Anderson thing, I think especially with Laird more so, I think he's really a confidence player. If things are going well, he'll shine in a game.
Yeah,
he'll sort of turn it on the way he can chest the ball down. But if things are pushed on against him, I think he feels the pressure a little bit, and I think he can drop his head.
Yeah.
But if you haven't got a player in front of you that's not used to the far right position, then you're going to. It's all psychological. Do you know what I mean? Like, and Williamson, yes, like he knows how to play football. We all know how to play football, but he's playing out of position. Yes. And Laird knows this, and he, like, I don't know, you know what I mean?
Well, it's almost like he's got double the job to do, isn't it? Because he's coming forward and he's covering a lot of ground from right back, right up until right wing, getting crosses.
Yeah.
When Williamson automatically and naturally wants to come into that number 10 role, so he's leaving that right side wide open. It's happening a lot.
Yeah. Like, and if he's got a handful with their left-sided player, then he's going to look bad. I mean, he looked awful today, but I don't blame him. I just think, what happened to Taylor Gardner-Hickman? Where is he? Because I thought he was playing banging. You know what I mean? Not to say that Laird isn't a nice fellow and a nice footballer, but Taylor Gardner had nailed that spot down for himself.
Yeah, I agree with that.
He was doing well, wasn't he?
Well, I do like Laird as well, so I mean, I can see why he's picked Laird, but that spell when he was off injured, in all fairness to Gardner-Hickman, he did step up, didn't he? And he did play really well, didn't he, lads?
Yeah, I'm not doubting it. Like I say, I'm not coming in from this as a hating angle.
Yeah.
I really think our biggest problem is that right-hand side of the pitch, right? And until he addresses it in the window, I think we're going to struggle to get a the top four that's settled, you know?
Yeah.
What do you think about Stansfield being on the right side then? Do you think that could work with Laird coming forward?
I don't think he's got enough pace for that.
Stansfield's rapid, mate.
Yeah, he can. He's got a good engine as well, hasn't he? Keeps running.
Yeah.
Oh dear, I don't know. Like,
it's one of them. It's another spanner in the works to think about.
Yeah.
Dunk, you know, if Scott Wright was fit, would you put Scott Wright on that right hand side?
Yeah, 100%, without a doubt.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, because he's come on. I remember Adam said on your thing last night.
Yeah.
That he hasn't seen a player come off the bench and make an impact. And I was going to pull him up on that. I haven't, apart from Scott Wright. He does make an impact.
Yeah, he does.
You know?
Shame he's injured, isn't it?
Yeah, massively.
Do any of you guys know what's wrong with him? I've been trying to find out what the injury is, and I just can't find anything about it.
No, I can't.
No, he's not disclosed it, has he? He's just said he's been out for. I mean, the pre-match for Shrewsbury, he said he's going to be out for another few weeks, didn't he?
Yeah.
But yeah, TGH starts for me Tuesday, Dunk, overlaid.
Yeah, massively. Like I say, I'm not coming from this as if he gets all the blame, because I'm looking at when Dykes come on, I'm thinking I want to give him a chance because he's a big lad. Like he's an international player, but I don't know. I just got this feeling that he could have a massive goal in front of him and no one in goal, and he's going to put it over the bar. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how he's. I was a bit like that watching today, to be honest with you. It was all against us, wasn't it, today?
I wanted to give him game time, but I don't know. He's going to get the game time in the team, at the moment anyway.
Yeah. It's it was certainly very frustrating to watch, wasn't it, lads?
Yeah. I think that's the right word. Frustrating. It was really frustrating, man.
It's just the possession we made, Dunk. I mean, first off, we spoke about this earlier, 80-something possession first half, and it's like, why ain't we? Surely you've got to create chances with that, surely.
Absolutely. Yeah, I know, yeah. I know.
I think that's the more frustrating thing, like, for me. I mean, I'm probably like overly positive most of the time, but surely they've got to start creating chances now and finding the back of the net a lot more often.
The thing is, the three of you and me could go away and write down the next 11 for the next game, and all our 11s would be completely different.
Yeah.
And that is affecting us because even now, we're just coming to Christmas now or December, and he's struggling to find his best players for the positions.
Yeah.
Because he's not going to drop this 4-2-3-1 like he's kept that. Well, his formation is going to change. So like he's all over the place with the top four, and I don't know what the answer is. I mean, he gets paid the money, so we best sort it out, innit?
Dunk, who starts as number 9? Who starts number 9 on Tuesday? May or Stansfield for you?
Oh, dear me. I think it's got to be Stano because, is he on 9 goals now or 8 goals? And I think if he's not doing it and there's half hour left, you bring on May off the bench. And I'm sorry to say, don't bring on Dykes.
Yeah, no, I agree, mate. You ain't doing it for me at the minute.
Yeah.
I'm not using him as a scapegoat, by the way. I know we're only 14 games in, but I just...
and let's get to the transfer window and get a far right player.
Yeah.
That actually...
Far right.
Yeah, far right, yeah.
Keir Starmer, I'll have a bit to say about that, Dunk.
I know he will, mate. Yeah.
We're getting all political now.
But anyway, look, I've had my moan, and it's keep on.
It feels better, doesn't it, Dunk, to get it off your chest a bit?
Yeah, it does.
Absolutely. I have got more faith in this manager than I've had in the last in the last 20 years. So I will stick with him, and I can't believe 36% want him to go. That's just rubbish.
Madness, mate.
But he's just got to get it right. You know what I mean? That top four's got to sort himself out. I mean, I'm looking at the comments. Number 9's May. Yes, he's a fox in the box. Stano probably's got a bit more work about him. I don't know. It's hard, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or did he change the formation and go 2 up top? Because I'm old-fashioned. Strikers hunting pairs. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
And not alone, especially at home. Swap the formation round to
but it's a style of football as well, though. Dunk.
Hey? What's that?
I said it's a style of football as well now, though. It's changed a bit, though, hasn't it?
I don't know. It's still 11 versus 11 with football.
But I'm talking like a tactical formation, like how the lineup is usually like a 4-2-3-1. I mean, that's the most common formation I know, isn't it?
Well, let's go back retro and go 4-4-2.
Yeah.
It's tried and tested.
Yeah. And it worked as well, didn't it?
Yeah, of course it did.
Yeah. It'll come back round again one day.
So keep it on and keep the faith. Onwards to the next game, innit?
Duncan, got to ask you a question before you go, mate. What's it like talking to me Blues brother and listening to him when he's talking back?
Yeah, it's good,
superb,
actually.
Isn't it?
Because, like I'm looking at him now on the TV, and he looks like he's in the zone, isn't he?
He's in the zone.
In the zone. I'm in the zone, Dunk. I'm in the zone, man.
Absolutely, mate. Keep right on, guys. Anyway, what?
Yeah, Dunk, love you.
Yeah, nice one, bro.
Keep right on.
Ta-da.
Keep right on.
Keep right on, Dunk.
What do you think, lads? What Dunk was saying?
Yeah, pretty much saying what we're all saying, really. It's that right-hand side. It's that right-hand side. I don't think he's going to change the formation, though, to a 4-4-2. Yeah. I think he's just going to stick with this, and he's just got to find a way to start getting more shots in on goal. It's as simple as that, and breaking through teams.
How you doing, Blue Shadow?
Yeah, Dog. Yeah, disappointed, mate.
Yeah, I know.
To be honest with you, it's great to hear Nick on the other side, and obviously great to see Neil on the show as well.
Oh, thanks, mate.
It's weird, but it's good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can't believe I finally cracked it, though. Honestly, I'm just so happy that we can all do this now, because that's all I wanted us to do. But just getting that sound back from Nick, back to you guys.
Yeah.
That was the problem, wasn't it, Nick? And it was just an absolute ball ache. But yeah, we got there.
Yeah.
But well, that's what I said to you, didn't I? I said you'll get there in the end. You'll find a way. Where there's a will, there's a way, isn't there? So
yeah.
Right, Nick, I'll let you speak to Blue Shadow then too as well.
Yeah. Good to speak to you, Blue Shadow. Eventually, I see you at the game anyway, so we always have our chats. So yeah, what do you think? What did you think of today's performance, then, Bob?
I'm disappointed, frustrated. I have to say, they were fucking bottom. Pardon my language, but they were like, how can we not beat a bottom team? Yeah, I'm so annoyed with the whole situation. And like you said, it makes or breaks your weekend, doesn't it? So I just can't see what are they actually doing on the training pitch that they can't do on the at a game. It just feels like we're going backwards instead of forwards. So annoying to say.
Yeah.
But, like I say, we've led. I don't know where his head's at sometimes.
Yeah.
It's just it's a bit of a ball ache, and obviously when he said on his channel earlier, he has a thing of smiling or laughing, and when us lot are pissed off about something, and he's laughing and joking, and it don't help the situation.
No.
Yeah.
That's actually how a lot of people hide their emotions. That is, they'll just put on a smile no matter what's going on in the mind. It's like a coping mechanism to them. You'll see a lot of that. Yeah,
I thought that's the thing, though. It's kind of like we should be used to Blues doing what they do naturally, and tend to just lose their heads a bit on the pitch. But I mean, a lot of people are saying we're fourth, and I get it, we're fourth, but what I'm pissed off about is because they were fucking bottom, and we can't fucking beat a bottom team. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
But I think it was a mixture of things as well. Blue Shadow, like what I was telling Neil and Nick. I think it was because of the international break that Neil mentioned, the manager bounce. And the fact that we're going to be playing these more than any other team this season, because we've already played them twice, haven't we? We played them at the start, friendly, Then we had the Bristol Street Match, so they've done their own work on us before anyway, haven't they? And then obviously Gary Ainsworth's come in and he's got them all hyped up like Neil was saying, and they've got that manager bounce, and they were definitely
and leading on to that, one of the hopes that I've got is that rather than this blip, as someone mentioned, I think on Nick's phone in earlier on, rather it happened at the end of the season when you could like lose top spot or like the automatic promotion spot. If it is just going to be a blip of the season, let's have it now and then improve and then storm the rest of it. And I think that's the mentality we've got to try and go with.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Well, like you said, it's kind of like it's like a lot of pressure on them, I suppose, because like us as fans want them to do like well and go back up into the championship, and we should be pissing the league, but we just can't seem to get the goals in the hole, in the net, whatever you want to call it. So.
Goals in the holes. Let's start with them holes again.
Have we set ourselves too much of a high benchmark, do you think? Because we've started so well. We're all just expecting, and I'm guilty as anyone as much of this. I just I've been saying we're going to just go straight the way through, and when this happens, because in the back of our minds we've all been thinking that as well, haven't we? And now it is happening. It's like realization. We've just got to just plug away, haven't we, and just keep going and just try and just.
I know we sing it, Neil. I know we sing it at the games on that Blue Shadow, but I was definitely in for a shock today. I was definitely shocked.
Yeah, I was the lads on Blue Focus, obviously, and them reporting on it and whatnot. And you could just see the disappointment straight away, and I can't even put it into words how angry I am, because it's no good like just keep venting about it. You know what I mean? It's just one of them a move on things. But, I don't know.
Does it wreck your weekend, doesn't it?
So I don't think it was just led to blame in that. I think
it was the whole.
Like you said, it was a mixture of things, and international break does not help Blues like in the slightest. Yes, okay, it gives us like games in hand, but in reality, what is it really doing for us? It's not really giving us anything to go with. And as for like the other teams that play us, like Shrewsbury, they done their homework on us. They know sort of like where to hit us the hardest. And we tend to go, like I say, go a goal down, and sometimes we just can't seem to click and get it together. So I don't know what the answer is to move forward.
What's the answer, Neil and Nick?
I think find a plan B is one of the answers, isn't it? When you can see that the team's stemming you and stifling you, like managers have come to us and actually said they're going to do, is to actually find a way of mixing it up a little bit and trying other methods.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. I said on my channel a couple of hours ago, we definitely need a plan B. How that looks, I don't know. Whether we go long, but then again, we haven't got many. We've got Dykes, but he just doesn't seem to get on the end of anything. No. I don't know. I don't know how this plan B looks, because plan A was working so good up until 4 or 5 games ago. Do you know what I mean? And looking so pretty on the eye as well.
Yeah.
Now it's just looking. It's looking very boring. It's looking very predictable, and teams are clocking onto it, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, are you concerned, Blue Shadow? Like about anything? Is there anything that you're concerned about? Or
I think it's just mainly where the goals are going to come from. Yeah. Realistically, and I'd love us to like hit every team like 4-5-0 when it's not going to happen. Like it's the dream to do it, but you can't see it happening unless it's in a cup match, I suppose. But it's one of them, isn't it? I just think it's like the possession. Like we've got good possession, but it doesn't really tally to anything, really, does it? At the end of the day.
Yeah. I mean, I agree with that about finding the goals, because that was another thing that we was talking about, weren't it, lads, about, having so much possession and we ain't scoring.
Yeah.
We ain't scoring.
Yeah, well, possession don't really mean much, does it? Do you know what I mean? It's when we're getting into the final third, we just can't seem to get through them. Do you know what I mean? We had 80% possession today against their 20%, and I would have put my house on it that they had a higher XG than us. And the scoreline, it's all about the scoreline. At the end of the day, it's all very well saying we've had this X amount of possession, but it's no good if we're not doing nothing with it.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and then bringing in the League One top scorer over the last few seasons, as we've already mentioned, and to leave him on the bench, that's a bit of a sticky subject for me as well, because put that guy, give him a bit of space. We keep mentioning it. He's going to score your goals. You've just got to give him that time. To bring Dykes on, that's unproven, I know at this level even, and I know he's an international with Scotland, but you've got the Division 1 top scorer on your bench. Doesn't sit well.
Yeah.
Hit the nail on the head there, mate. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like when we first signed Dykes, and I was like, oh, I've never heard of him before, and then I thought, oh, he's gonna do well for us, and I said, I may eat my words, and I suppose I am in a sense, like today it was quite awful, to be honest with you, but that's the way it goes.
I'm just laughing at the comments, because I remember Gary from last season, we're all being negative, and negative Gary, he's actually positive Gary. Go on, son. Go on, son. Go on, Gary. Love it, son.
But I think like one of the main concern, but obviously I mentioned it in the Northampton game when Bielik and Keshi had that bust up on the pitch, and then obviously Keshi goes off today. Do you guys think there's been a bust up behind the scenes, and is that causing problems on the pitch?
No, I wouldn't have thought so. I don't know about bust ups and all that. I don't know. I wouldn't like to start speculating about players having bust ups or anything just yet. Because when we start going down that line, it can start getting a bit messy. I just think it's like we've just mentioned, Blue Shadow. It's just finding that way of breaking teams down, man. Do you know what I mean? I hope they're not. I hope players are not arguing amongst themselves, because that's a bad dressing room is one of the worst things to have at a club, man.
Yeah, I'll let you guys answer this.
In the bud, doesn't it? That if that's happening,
got a comment here.
That's where Chris Davis's man management will come to play to see what he can do about things like that, if it's happening, isn't it?
Yeah. There's a comment here, guys. I'll let you guys answer this one as well, because if Blue Radley, if Duke's fit, I'd bring him on for 20 minutes as a plan B. He looked a great threat against Sutton when he came on. What do you guys think about that?
Well, personally, Duke, I said this to someone a couple of games ago, and he actually did come on and he did really well. And when we're putting balls in the box, like Yokoyama can do when he comes on, and I'd certainly like to have Duke in the middle, because he'll get his head on the end of anything.
Yeah.
Even if it's not goalward, he'll drop one down for someone like Stano or May if he's alongside him. He's a threat. He's a known area threat. The problem we had in the past with Duke is all we used to do was play the long ball to him, and he had no one to play alongside at the time, because he was being used as that last gasp effort. But if you can leave another forward on with him, like Davis is very attack-minded, I think Duke could be a great threat.
Yeah, I think it would have been ideal for today, to be honest. Bringing Duke on for 20 minutes. And look, I love Djukovic, but, I wouldn't have had him down as getting any minutes this season. But that game was calling out for Djukovic. Them balls, like you said, Neil, what Yokoyama was getting into the box, Dykes just weren't getting onto him. I think Djukovic would have, definitely.
Yeah.
What about you, Blue Shadow?
Yeah, like I say, I love Djukovic. You can tell, like, obviously his legs aren't great, but even like Nick said, last 20 minutes, ball crosses in, give him a head, you got a goal, ain't you? So, and as the Blues fans would say, if Dukey scores, we're on the pitch.
Yeah, man. Proper Dukey scores, we're on the pitch. Trust me.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like, I might be like I say, being a bit negative, but I've got like little Blue going, "Mummy, be positive. We're gonna get this." And I was like, "Okay, darling."
Oh, bless her.
Yeah, man.
It's just one of them, and it's like we're bound to lose a few games here and there.
Yeah.
It's just one of them. It's have your little vent, get it over and done with, and then just roll on next game and
here we go again.
See what they can produce. Then it's
get your predictions in for the Exeter game, and then a message to the Blue Noses, Blue Shadow.
See, I'd like to say Blues 2-0, but I'm going to go 1-1. And yeah, I don't know who will score. Maybe Iwata, who knows? But yeah, that's my prediction. And like always, keep right on, shit on the Villa, fuck them all, and just see where we end up in it.
Yeah,
man. Nice one, Blue Shadow.
Love it.
Well, I'm going to go anyway, lads, and nice to hear Neil on the pod, and
And
Nick,
you too, Blue Shadow.
being able to hear Nick and them headphones, like,
he loves it really.
Now, like I said, they just remind me of him, like, well, not him, but remind me of back in the 80s, man. Like, put a cassette to your trousers, put them on them.
Walkmans.
It weren't that. It was when his mate said he looks like the guy off Something About Mary. He was the one that got me. I was like, funny man. And then Nick's back.
Oh yeah, my pal said that, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You pull them off, mate.
No, it's all right.
Anyway, Jay, you done a great job at getting it sorted and
thanks,
yeah.
But yeah, right, I'm off and I'll jump back on the chat and I'll catch you either at the game or next live. So yeah.
Cheers, Blue Shadow, and cheers for being moderator again as well.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
All right, keep right on, mate.
Keep right on.
Keep on to Neil and Nick and everyone in the chat. Love you all.
Keep right on.
Thanks, yeah.
Keep right on.
Keep right on. I've had to, Jay. Thanks, Blue Shadow. I've had to put Engelman in the sin bin. He's been having a go at me. Yeah. He's been having a go at me for some reason. I don't know what his problem is with me. So I've sin binned him. I have. There's an option where you can sin bin him. I'll put him in the bin. You're in the bin, Engelman, for a bit, man. You need to chill out, brother.
How you doing, Colin?
All right, mate.
I'm all right, thanks, mate. Yeah, well, apart from the football, mate.
My eyes better.
Yeah, you better?
Yeah, my eyes much better today.
Oh, superb, mate.
I couldn't see on the TV last night because I'm blind in one eye.
Oh, mate.
Oh.
I couldn't see it. Confusing, mate, yeah.
Well, you got Nick and Neil as well, mate, so you can
man.
Nick can hear you back and stuff and that as well, so it's nice, mate.
I've never seen Neil before.
Nice to see you. Nice to meet you. Or hear you, should I say.
Nice to meet. Hello?
All right, Colin, we can hear you, mate.
I'm really pissed off about today.
I know, mate.
I wish the game was abandoned now.
Yeah, because you mentioned it yesterday, didn't we, about the weather?
Yeah.
What do you think, Colin? What's your views on it, mate, of the game?
Well, I'm update on Blues TV.
Yeah.
When we scored that just for half time, I thought, we're going to come out second half.
Yeah.
But when I scored the third, I thought that was it.
Yeah. I agree to that because I mentioned that earlier, didn't I, lads? But I was still clinging on to that hope that we would pull it back or try and get a draw, worst case. But when we had that penalty, Colin, I thought we might have a chance to bring it back. Did you? Or was you still adamant that we'd lose?
I thought I'd take a draw then.
Yeah.
I'll take a draw. Now we're 5 points behind Wickham.
Yeah.
We're 2 points behind Wrexham. I'm sure somebody's above us as well.
I haven't even checked the score. So did Wrexham win again, did they?
Yeah. The second Wrexham are.
Yeah. Oh, dear.
Second, mate.
Nick or Neil, have you got anything you want to say to Colin? Or
I think we've just got to try and pick and choose when we look at the table. Look at it when it's going good for us, and ignore it, and just knuckle down when it's not going so good, and just try and use the good for the good and the bad for just leave that behind us. I think I hadn't looked at the table until literally just before coming on, and I wish I hadn't, to be honest with you, because I don't like seeing gaps like that, especially when you've been right at the top. But well, I do think we're too strong to not be there again. We've just got to find that magic spell to make it work up front, haven't we? The quality's too good. Like I say, we've got that front line that should be scoring. We'll get the points. We'll be there or thereabouts. Maybe not top, but certainly we should be one of the automatic promotions, shouldn't we? Let's go along those. Let's be positive, and I think that's the best way to be at the moment.
We're not just looking at the league table now, lads, but you say, and I know what you say, Neil, and it don't look good, does it, at the minute? But the only thing I'm looking at that's making me feel a bit better is the games played and the games in hand we got. So I'm still clinging on to that, to be honest. That's the only column on there.
We've got one game in hand on Wickham, haven't we, Jay? I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we need to win that, but they could still, even with that, they're going to be two. If we win that, we're 2 points off them, aren't we? But still, like I say, the automatic spots if we do.
Yeah, but we've got to try and
win them.
Right, yeah, we've got to win them, haven't we, Colin?
Yeah, like when we play Tuesday night.
Yeah.
They must play Anfield because that's his former club.
Yeah, yeah.
When a guy goes to his former club, he always scores. That's my opinion, anyway.
Yeah. I mean, there is
a very good point. That is, yeah. I'm one for that. That was like Northampton the other week when we didn't play Leonard at all. And I'd like to have seen Leonard play against his old club there. He was player of the year for them. And so I totally agree with what you're saying there. I think Stano, he'll really want to shine in that game.
I think so. I Rex, yeah.
Oh, Jay.
Yeah.
It's just weird hearing you all. It's much better.
Yeah, it's superb, isn't it, mate?
Oh yeah, it's great.
Yeah, I've finally done it, mate. Nick.
Yeah.
Anything to Colin, son?
Yeah, good to speak to you, Colin, man. Really good to speak to you, brother.
Did you get your £4.99?
I did. Thanks ever so much, Colin. I was wondering whether that was you. Yeah, I did get it. Thanks ever so much, brother. Hope you're well. Raised some really good points, man. Listen, I think we'll be all right. I think Neil said it. I think let's just hope this is a bit of a blip, you know. Let's just hope it's a bit of a blip. We was always going to have one or two blips this season, you know. Yeah, hopefully we can start turning it around, you know. So yeah, let's just hope.
Over Christmas, you got to play like 3 to 4 games over Christmas.
Yeah.
So you play for 9 points or 12 points. I don't know, 3 or 4 games. So 9 points. We've got to try and win them 3. And the next home game is against Stockport.
Got to win them, man.
You'll see some massive changes come the Christmas, like that congestion over Christmas. I think you'll see all get mixed up at the top of the table. I think there'll be some big changes then, won't there? Yeah,
hopefully, yeah. Usually about halfway through the season, you tend to see the teams that will be there, near about at the top, don't you? I mean,
cream rises to the top, yeah.
Well, yeah.
Only 14 games, didn't we? But
that's it.
I mean, Paul's had a bit of a run today.
The next game against Stockport, and they're doing really well.
Yeah, they are, yeah. They're ahead of us now, Stockport are.
Yeah, but we've got 3 games in hand against them.
Yeah, we have, Carl. We have. But we've got to win them games in hand, didn't we, really? You know.
But who's going to stop Wickham? They're on an amazing run, aren't
they? Yeah. I'm looking now, yeah. They won the last 6, didn't they?
I thought they won the 8 out of 9.
Yeah. Could very well be 8 out of 9, yeah. I know they've won 6 on the bounce, definitely.
I'm only looking at this column here. It's making me feel a little bit better, lads. I mean, if we win these games, we should be. Be well in front, shouldn't we? Really?
I'll just look at the table now. I'll lose my mind a bit. Yeah, that table don't look so bad, does it? Really? Apart from Wickham.
Not up until you look at. I mean, the games played. I mean, that's anything that's reassuring me at the minute. But
yeah.
I think we're going to be all right.
It's still early, I suppose, but just over a third of the way through. I think all it is, Jay. We me included. After that winning 7 on the bounce, I was expecting us to piss this league.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I was. I think a lot of people was.
I mean, the commentator even touched on it on the telly today, Colin and Neil and Nick, about their manager bouncing, basically like it's their cup final, and he was, weren't it? Like,
yeah.
How do you feel about the Exeter game then, Colin? Can Blues get a win? Or
truthfully, I think we're going to turn this one around, and I think we will beat Exeter.
Mm.
And I think it's going to be 2-1.
2-1 Blues.
I hope they don't drop Stansfield for this game, because he will score against them. I know he's going to.
Yeah. Well, he scored against us, didn't he, when he played for Fulham? So there is logic in that, Colin, definitely, mate.
Yeah. There is logic in that. I didn't think of that, really, because I was going on about maybe it might be best to drop Stansfield. But he did score against us, didn't he? So maybe it's best to drop Stansfield against Exeter, sorry. Because of, his dad used to play for him. He's got big affiliations to Exeter. But he did with Blues, and he scored against Blues. So, yeah, maybe stick with Stansfield. And if he doesn't do the business, then let's try Myers 9, maybe.
Yeah. Totally agree with you, mate.
You got anything you want to say to the Blue Noses, Colin? Watching?
Yeah, next home game. Carry on going to the matches. Don't get disheartened.
Yeah.
And just support the Blues, and we'll be there.
Yeah.
Keep right on.
Keep right on, Colin.
Keep right on, Colin.
We can see you
right
as
on. Well done, Colin.
Well, the next game, I'm going back to Stockport.
Yeah.
Because I suffered really bad, like, my mental health.
Yeah.
So the next game I'm going to is Burton Albion, Boxing Day.
Burton Albion. Yeah. I'll try it. Well, I already spoke to the wife about that game, and I think that went down very well. Very well, mate. Call me sheep.
I don't think that went down very well. Fucking
no, it didn't, mate. She just gave me the eyes, mate. Oh, she's gaffering, she, mate.
Well,
and that didn't go down very well. Superb, Colin, mate.
Cheers, lads.
Thanks, Colin.
Cheers, Colin.
Cheers, mate.
Keep right on, mate. Up the Blues.
Blues. Keep right on. Bye.
Keep right on, mate.
Bye.
Colin.
Bye, mate.
That was Colin. Bless you.
Thanks, Colin. Lyndon Dykes, give him more game time. He needs more than 90 minutes, Christopher saying. Thoughts on that, guys?
I don't dislike Dykes. I think his work rate's brilliant. I mean, he got a bit of a knock on the head today going into like a good challenge, didn't he? And he does get stuck in. But we need a goal scorer. We've got plenty of like players that want to work, but he's here to score goals. And if he's not scoring, then we need to go to the next one along, don't we? And we need the guys that are more likely to get the ball in the net. Don't dislike him at all, but I think he was only ever going to be a come on when we need him type player. Like a backup to Stano and May, but obviously if he suddenly starts scoring more goals, then naturally we would use him. But at the moment, it's just like a lucky dip, isn't it, with our strikers? Well, who do we go with? Yeah, we got Big Town on the phone. How you doing, Town?
All right, mate.
You right, Town?
Yeah, welcome to Nick. Is it Neil? Sorry.
Yeah. Neil.
Yeah, hello, Tone. You okay?
Yeah, well.
That's it.
We carry on. Unfortunately, I had a slip up in the toe and done my hip and my knee.
Oh, mate. We spoke on the phone, didn't we, previous time, didn't we? We had a chat, didn't we, mate?
Yeah. My hip's not broke, but there's something really wrong with it. My knee's like a bloody balloon, but there we go.
So you can't walk the dogs?
Huh?
Can't walk the dog, Tone?
No, I was clearing fucking snow out the front while all the young neighbours were watching me. Not helping because we had 8 inches in an hour the other day.
Yeah.
Until I went over. Unfortunately, my leg went straight up my back, which is my bad knee anyway. So, luckily, there was people watching and got me up. So, well, there we go.
8 inches in an hour, Tone. Your missus used to say that to you, didn't you?
Yes.
There we go. We've got that laugh back down.
I was going to say, not if it's cold.
Oh, super.
Oh, what a shame, man.
It's good to eat, honestly, mate. We missed you, mate.
Well,
You know.
I can't say I've been good, but there we go. And there's something else happened, but I can't talk about that. But you got to keep going, ain't you?
Yeah, we'll keep right on, don't we, mate?
Yeah.
It goes with all walks of life, not just the football, does it, that song?
I'm a bit upset that I've done this injury. He could have fucking called me up and played in Shrewsbury. But at fucking 70, I'd show some of them how to play.
It was awful, Tony. I mean, it's a different game. I was actually thinking of you because we went there, didn't we?
I know.
Pre-season, and I was thinking me and Town was there, like, and yeah, we was a different team, mate, compared to that game. They were well up for it, mate. My
criticism now of Davis is why did he keep moving Williamson from 10? In my opinion, it's our number 10 and that's it. No matter who you play up front, he creates goals and scores goals.
Yeah.
When he's on the right, he's not doing anything. That's my opinion. But he's learning on the way, and he's got to tighten up as well. But as you say, I've heard a few saying they were really up for it and we weren't.
Yeah, there was, mate. Well, what's it like hearing Nick on the phone and Nick talking to you, Town, now?
Oh, I nearly fucking switched it off.
Go on, Ty. Good to hear you again, bro, man.
It's great. It's great. I'll tell you what, the only positive now is I can't play golf for a bit, so them Wrexham fucking can't have a go at me.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
second now, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because what it is, Neil, is Town's been with us from the start. Like in the he founds in a lot, doesn't you, Town? Like, and he tells us that he plays golf and that. Like a lot of them are Wrexham fans because he lives in Wales, don't you, Town? And they give you a lot of stick, don't they?
Well,
Well, we got to do them at their end yet, haven't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, but when I give them stick back, I get fucking banned, don't I?
Oh, God.
But it says typical Wrexham, and it's 20 on to fucking one all the time. But there we go. Nah, they're all right. They're all right. But I think the other thing I'm thinking with our team, why is it we wait till the last 15 fucking minutes to bombard the box? Why don't we do that for the first 15 fucking minutes? Get a lead, 2 goals, and then start playing football.
Yeah. I mean, that's another criticism for me, lads, as well. And Tony, like, I know we're only 14 games in and it is early doors, but it's conceding this first goal every time, every single time watching them. And I'm like, why are we conceding? We've had 14 games now to try and, iron that out. And then we need to work on that, don't we? I mean, I'm not too fussed about teams scoring against us. Like, if we're a few goals up, my dad
almost like that's what we need to switch us on, isn't it? To go a goal down to sort of kick us into gear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I just don't know why we keep ceding that first goal. Done it a few times now, haven't we?
The problem is as well, with our internationals going away, he hasn't got a full squad when he's got training.
Yeah.
And we're playing that games that we're not training a lot anyway to sort that out.
Yeah.
But we've got to just have more shots on goal.
Yeah.
But I do think that Yokoyama, whatever his name is, he's got to start now.
Yeah, I agree, mate.
I agree with Wright. When he gets back, he's got to come in.
Yeah.
I'm not particularly fussed about Harris. He just looks like a little kid to me.
Yeah. He's tiny. He's absolutely tiny, you know. That Harris. He's tiny, man.
He's to play 5 at the back, but with a flexible 5 at the back. If you brought Davies in, because Clara goes up a lot, Felix does, but you've always got Davies at the back. And I'd play Gardner Hickman at right back. I just would.
Over Laird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Laird, but he's had enough chances to put some decent crosses in, and I can't remember one.
Yeah.
Everything right until the end.
Yeah, because we was talking about Laird, weren't we, when we went to Shrewsbury at the start of the season, weren't we, Town? I mean, you was giving a good view on him, weren't you, when we was having a rattle and stuff there?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a frustrating one, isn't it, mate? Again, it's what makes us a Blue now, isn't it?
If Laird, I know this probably won't sound logical, but if Laird plays at right back, I wouldn't play a right winger, especially not Williamson, because he'll go up and create the space, then move the centre arms across, and if it's Gardner Hickman, he could just keep the same back four.
Yeah.
Because he's strong, he's good, he can drop into midfield as well. I think, Laird's a one way of playing, but Gardner Hickman, I think, can do a few roles. Cover for people, we get stuck in midfield, he's up there, he's a good tackler. He's not fast, but I noticed with him as well when he was in the team, not that they was particularly brilliant, but he started putting balls in the box.
Yeah.
I don't think we're not but it's just little. He's got to sort his house. Maybe I'm wondering if he's been told that that's a place down up top because of the money that we pay. That is a bad thing for me to think, but I'm beginning to think it now because it isn't working.
I mean, John's commented here as well, Town, and you've had another comment as well saying you put a good call in Town because everybody loves you, Big Town. You're a legend, didn't you, mate? Someone's put there about 5,000 Blues. Yeah, I am. There's about 5,000 Blues fans going to Barnsley. So, I mean, the support this season, all round's been phenomenal, and against the fair play Blue Noses.
If we were bottom of the fucking league, we'd have great support away anyway. It's always been the same. These players need to look, instead of coming after the game when they've scraped a 2-1 win or 3-1 and doing the fucking runs, they want to look at the fans before they kick up. Fucking hell. We're going to work for them. They've travelled all this fucking way and look at them. I hope Davis gets it sorted now, but maybe we'll be back on Tuesday.
Yeah, fingers crossed, Town. I mean, are you concerned about anything, Town?
The only thing I'm concerned about is whether he's been told that he has to play Stansfield up front.
Yeah.
I don't know that, but it seems that way to me. Because I think Stansfield could play in 2 or 3 positions, whereas May can't.
Yeah.
May's a goal agger, isn't he?
Yeah. It doesn't suit him when he's too deep, does it, Town?
No. And with the players we've got, if we can't create chances for May,
Yeah. Hang on, mate.
These things have been said before, Tony. What you're saying about Stansfield under the old regime, the old ownership with the Blues, I think it was common knowledge that a lot of the managers, were told to change their team sheets according to what the boardroom wanted. So that doesn't it? I'd like to think it doesn't happen now with the ownership we've got now, but you just don't know.
Yeah. Maybe Davies is putting pressure on himself, thinking, well, I've got the man that I wanted. You know, the 50.
Yeah. Could be that way, yeah.
But
could be very well that way.
I know I'm going back years and years when I played and managed, and it weren't in league like that, but, you know, semi-professional.
Yeah.
Players, if they're not playing, you fucking drop them. I don't care who they are.
Yeah, well, he said that anyway, though, didn't he? If players don't give 100%, he's going to drop them anyway, look, regardless. He said that numerous times, hasn't he?
I think the problem with, well, it isn't a problem with Stansfield. The problem is for Davis is Stansfield might not get in the game, but you can't deny his fucking work rate. You can't deny his work rate.
Bang on, mate.
Brilliant.
Do you remember watching it on telly, Neil, when he run all the way down? I think it was the last 15, 20 minutes of the second half, before the final whistle went, and he run the whole length of the pitch, didn't he? One of their players. You remember watching that?
Yes, he did. Yeah. Where their goal went down with cramp afterwards.
Yeah. He ran the whole length of the pitch, didn't he, Neil?
He did, and I tell you what, and that's what we need, and you know, for
we want
to be doing that at 90 minutes, fantastic.
Yeah. That's why. I mean, with Wright not there at the moment, Stansfield plays there.
Yeah.
Anderson, well, he has 3 or 4 good games, and he seems to drop up a bit. Well, leave him out for a bit.
Yeah.
Just keep fucking changing it slightly. But we're making one massive change. Is putting Williamson on the right. As soon as I heard that today, I thought, fucking hell, you know, this ain't going to work.
And mate, I thought that as well, to be honest with you. He doesn't look natural on the right at all, does he? He just keeps coming into the middle anyway.
And he's a big man. He's a big man, for fuck's sake. We get a crossing, you know. I'm not particularly keen on Dykes from what I've seen. And I watched him against Scotland, with Scotland. But whether he comes good, I don't know. But just one of them days. But he's got to kick the asses now, because we were unlucky. We didn't fucking work hard enough today. And that's the one game when you can say that.
Yeah.
Other games we've tried and just failed. But that didn't work today.
No.
Yeah. No.
Definitely up for it, weren't they, lads?
Yeah. Can I ask Tony a question?
Yeah.
Tony, would you you know, for Tuesday night's game against Exeter, would you think of bringing in Tyler Gardner-Hickman for Laird?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely, because they had another team with fast wingers as well, and it's all right, Lloyd, blomming up the pitch and fucking a cross up. He's got to get back then, whereas Taylor Hickman's a better defender, and he probably crosses the ball from 20 yards deeper than what Laird does, so he's got chance to get back.
Yeah, because he gets the crosses in from deeper, don't he? Like you just said, TGH does.
For the away games, I would play the 3 centre halves, because we've got perfect balance there. Yeah. We've got 2 that want to get forward and pass, and Davis is just a rock. And he can be calling them back, or Gardner-Hickman can come in. I think it's the way to go when we play away.
Yeah. I want to say as well, lads, if you guys do want to talk to the callers and that, like, feel free. Like, you know, it's all a mutual conversation.
Well, just on that Davis point, it's just like it's funny how Davis hasn't played in the last 2 games in defence, isn't it? And these are the 2 games we slipped up on. You know,
yes.
I mentioned on one of our podcasts weeks ago before Bielik came back in, and I was saying to my lad, do we bring Bielik straight back in, or does he have to work his way back in? And a lot of people saying, oh no, he comes back in. And I love Bielik, you know, he's our club captain. But if it isn't broke, you know, it doesn't need fixing, does it? So just play as you are, and if there is a bit of a knock or an injury, or if you want to just give someone a rest, that's when you can change it. But it was such a blunt change, wasn't it?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that, Tone?
Especially that he was out not just for a week, he was out for a few weeks. You've got to get back. He should have come on, you know, second half of the game or something. Get him back gradually.
And he didn't last the match either, did he? He had to be subbed in the end. And I think we brought Sanderson on. Look what happened. And I don't want to knock Sanderson, but it's written itself there, isn't it?
Yeah, he went down with cramp, didn't he?
That's right.
I really like Davis as well. And the other thing with Davis, you'll have 3 centre halves in their box when we got corners. Hickman or probably, I don't know, I'd leave Bielik further back with Gardner Hickman. And Davis is a better leader of the ball, I think, than and Clara than Bielik and, Gardner Hickman. So he's just got to work out this system, But me, I would fucking bomb him for 15 minutes and think, fuck the end. If we get 1 or 2 up, then we start playing our football.
Yeah.
I think.
That's true. Though we got to start holding on to when we do go a goal up as well, because we've never been able to do that, have we? We've never been able to, hold on to even a 1-0. We tend to ruin it for ourselves. That's sort of been a bit of a pattern.
We don't want to hold on now, Neil. We want to keep going.
I understand, but when you're seeing a game out.
Yeah. Game management, innit?
Look at the last one before today. We can't. Can we? It's just like we give them that chance.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone else watched. I watched the Plymouth game the other night.
Yeah, well, I watched that.
Rooney's changed because when they get in trouble, they're knocking it forward, and he's getting slightly better results, isn't he? He can't keep playing that way all the time. And then I think we're the team that could do that, but we've got to be scoring. Yeah. How many games have we been so confident, and then you start thinking, are we going to ever fucking score here or not? It becomes a habit, and then the players panic. But we don't take enough shots. We don't
create enough chances, though, every time. We've got to create chances before we have a shot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, very true, man.
The lads, I think he was 80 first half.
We've got some good strikers of the ball outside the box. I mean, you look at Waters. Pake's supposed to have a fantastic shot, and he scored a wonder goal against Brazil in the past, doesn't he? But we seem reluctant to be doing this, don't we? I think we need to encourage more. Just having to go. Look, you could get a corner off it, you could get a rebound and something. You could get anything. Ideally, you want a goal out of it. So I'd like to see a bit more from outside the box.
Well, I heard some comments about Watford and Pake having their worst game, but that's another failure to me. They've been abroad, travelling all around the fucking world, coming back,
they're knackered,
and then they're thrust into a game at Shrewsbury where it's pissing down the rain, soaking wet, and the pitch is heavy. They look tired. We've got
That's a good point.
We've got the squad to change the whole team, but I'll tell you what. By far, I mean, you know how I love Williamson.
Yeah.
But by far, I forgot his bloody name. The left back is our most outstanding signing.
Cochrane.
I think he's fucking.
Yeah. Even the commentator said that, didn't he? That he had a cracking game, didn't he, Neil? On the
he does, and he does it every week, doesn't he? But you do get concerns with the amount of minutes he's having to play as well, don't you? You start to wrap him in cotton wool a little bit, don't you? And you want to sort of just be careful with the challenges. And we've got someone. I'd like to see. Go on, sorry.
I think Buchanan's nearly ready now, though, isn't he?
Yeah, I was just going to say that. I'd like to see Buchanan come in under Davies to see what he can do, and to see if we can just rest him up a little bit, or just maybe give them a bit of a game each.
Yes. I mean, if you, going back to Pake and Iwata, don't drop the pair of them, but drop one for one game and see how refreshed they come back, especially when they've been on an international break like that. I mean, training's nothing, but if you're sitting down flying all around the fucking world, and he's only played a few minutes, and then comes like that, he's going to be shattered.
Yeah. He should have started Leonard, I think. In hindsight, he should have started Leonard over Pake. And I do agree with Richie Alley. I didn't think Cochrane had a good game at all today. I really didn't. I think he had his worst game today, Cochrane.
Well, I haven't seen him, but I'm not judging him on today, but...
most games.
I don't think anyone shone Nick, did they, for Blues today? I don't think anyone shone. No. You couldn't pick a man of the match for Blues today, because I think they were all just They mentally didn't seem up for it for me today. I think they just Shrewsbury had just done their homework and got the better pep talk with the new manager.
Definitely.
Like Nick was saying though, like I mean, you could get a good suss of the game up within the first 10 minutes. Who's up for it anyway? Tell from kickoff, couldn't you? Like that they were up for it. Like so, fair play to him. But hopefully we can learn from it and move on.
I still think we're going to win the league. No problem.
Go on, Town.
That'll do for me.
I mean, has anyone took into account like Wickham at top that their two strikers? Everyone's chasing them, and it's coming to the January window now. And I don't think they've got long contracts. So they'll probably go. One's Coney in it, or is it Coney and someone else scoring all the goals? They're going to be struggling to keep hold of them. I think it's different with us because we've got the contracts to keep them and we're paying the money. I'm not worried about losing anyone. I think Sanderson will go. But I think definitely after today because he weren't even in the 15 or 17.
Yeah, he weren't. Yeah.
I'm just looking at the squad now. Richard Cohen and Daniel Udo.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of clubs after them. I think Blues have been touted with going after that Coney.
Yeah.
But they're going to struggle to hold on to them. But even so, I don't think they can keep it going. They can't keep it going.
They're having their 15 minutes, aren't they? I think I'd like to hope anyway at the moment.
Yeah. But if you look at who they've played, mind you, we're shit against the crap sides, but they've played most of the crap. They haven't played a lot of top sides yet, where they're going to be dropping points or whatever. But that's how I look at it. But, and I watch Wrexham. They ain't going to win the league, I'll tell you now. They won 3-0 today, but that was against
Exeter.
They're just direct. Well, no possession, direct.
Yeah, well, no.
It's been exciting football, I'll tell you.
Yeah. They tend to be on the back foot, don't they, Wrexham? Like
score goals, don't they?
Yeah, 100%, mate.
The only trouble is with the way we are at the moment, the direct against us tends to split us open, doesn't it? So we just got to tighten that up at the back.
Yeah, 100%.
That's why I'd bring Davies in. I mean, surely got an extra centre back. It ain't going to stop us playing football, is it? They're good enough players to play the football.
Yeah, good comments as well here off Christopher Paul Rogers, and I agree with him. He's saying more urgency with the ball needed, more balls in the box. We're messing about taking too long just to have a shot against the opposition. I agree with that.
100%. Way too long. Way too long, man.
I'll tell you the team I fear out most of them, and they've played more games than us, is Stockport.
Yeah.
If they get on a roll, they're a good side. I've watched them a few times. They've got a good attacking. They're a bit crap at the back, but they've got a good attacking side.
Louis Barry, banging them in, isn't he?
Yeah.
Louis Barry.
Yeah, our ex-players there. Young lad. He went to Scotland, and then he's come back and signed for Stockport. One of our youngsters.
Can't think.
I'm trying to think. Something's ringing a bell there. I can't think of a name.
I remembered him when he played under Karanka, and he scored an Eddie goal right in the last minute for us to win 2-1. Midfield attacking player.
Is it one that came through the youth system?
Yeah.
I know who you mean. I can't think, and it was one that we should have kept hold of because he was really looking the part.
Not Odin Bailey. Odin Bailey. Is it Odin Bailey?
Yes. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Was it him?
Yeah. He went to Kilmarnock.
That it is. Yeah, because he started really playing some good football for Blues, and it was just like we let him go.
Yeah.
But that was the regime at the time, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Karanka didn't fancy him, did he? So there we go. But, look, we've all had our cry today, and we've all been down.
It's definitely been a sorrow, mate, today, but fuck them all, like you say.
You're lucky I got to live with these fucking Wrexham wankers round here.
Go on, Town.
It's a good job I'm injured because I'm going to fucking avoid them, and I ain't a coward. I fucking am now.
I'm in a football WhatsApp group, mate, and they're all talking about it. There's a mixture of Wolves, Albion, and Villa fans in there. Like they've all been talking about the games and that. And I've just sent them an emoji like a zip. I ain't saying anything today.
Safest position to be in, I think.
Yeah, I'm just watching them all argue. I'm just keeping out of it.
Well, I'll tell you what, I've heard some fucking stupid comments by Blues fans today. Davey says, fucking,
oh, no, that's ridiculous.
Fuck me, I've got PTSD, but fucking some of these fans are absolutely suicidal. Fucking
yeah.
Christ.
Stay off it.
Yeah.
Stay off that social media.
I'm lucky. I'll keep saying it. I'm lucky because I've watched them, I don't know, since, 1960 or 61 I started. I can't remember the year. I've seen some great managers, some great teams. We've never won a lot, but exciting. I've seen Francis make his fucking debut. I've seen Francis score 4 goals. My favourite player was probably Bob Hatton, Bob Latchford. He couldn't get it to. But then we had, after all the shit, Barry Fry's year, like your dad said, that what a fucking year. That was in the same division we're in now.
Yeah.
And we lost games that season.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we're gonna lose them. We're not gonna win every single game. But it's just deflating when we do. Which we're football fans at the end of the day. We want our team to win and be successful now. And
I get the Wrexham fans going, well, you fucking put a bet on Blues to be unbeaten. I said, it was a £10 fucking silly bet. I'm serious about it, for Christ's sake. I win enough money at golf bets. A silly £10 fucking bet. They take everything so serious.
I know.
But like I keep saying, when I speak to them, when they're down, they're Man United fans or Liverpool fans and fucking bunch of arseholes.
Blue Shadow was just commented as well, saying she's laughing at your Town. She's put fuck Wrexham Town.
Well, I keep saying I've got this Tourette's with swearing. I can't help it. I don't mean any harm. But I'm like that in the golf club and I go, Town, it's a golf club. Stop your swearing. I say, I fucking can't. Shut up. I just get used to me now.
Fair play, Town.
Brilliant.
No doubt I'll be out on my fucking walking stick tomorrow with a blue scarf on, going, fuck the lot of you, we're still in the league.
That's it.
You got anything you want to say to any of the Blue Noses, Town, that are watching? There's 98 in the chat that are watching.
In the chat?
Yeah.
Just keep right on. Stop being fucking worried. And for the suicide crew, if you go down the doctors, you can get some fucking tablets for that. The thing's going to turn around. We're going to win the league, no problem. We're not going to smash it, but we're going to win the league, no problem. That's all I can say.
Yeah, we've got to keep it interesting, haven't we? We've got to keep them interested. We can't just walk it.
No.
Got to give them a chance.
Yeah.
Nick's even got the snacks out now as well, Town.
Got the what?
Says Nick's even got the snacks out now. Yeah.
Oh, fuck the snacks. And I'll tell you what, I'm glad I didn't fucking watch that match today because that fucking drummers were out, according to Nick earlier.
Well, sure.
Yeah, the drummers were on the front, was they?
Yeah. Shocking, man.
You know what I'm doing. Fucking hell.
It's just banter, innit? I mean, it's part of football, you gotta have your banter.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, well.
We'll be all right, Town.
I'm all right, mate. I'm more disappointed that with all this training I've done and got fucking fit again. And now this fucking happens, but I'll keep going. No problem.
It's all right, John's just commented because Nick's eating. He's put fuck the Blues, just keep eating.
Starving.
That works for me usually, that does.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what was funny when I was watching you on the telly earlier, the three of you. It reminded me of the film Dancing with Wolves when he goes in the tent and all fucking smoking.
Smoking the pipe.
Oh dear.
Anyway,
What about the
go on,
Exeter game, Tone?
then.
Score predictions for that, mate.
3-0.
3-0 Blues.
Yeah.
Go on, Tone.
I like that.
He's gonna kick him up the arse now. I watched his interview, and I'll tell you what, he looked fucking down and depressed. He tried his best to keep. It's the first time he's very nearly slagged the players,
Yeah.
and I think they're going to get it. Because
Yeah.
he will not stand. He's not fucking working, and he alluded to that. So I think they're going to have a bollocking. They ought to pick themselves up anyway and fucking realise it's we don't have that season.
Yeah.
I think they'll come back and we'll do a 3-0.
Go on, Tone. I love it, mate. Superb. Remember. Hopefully you'll have a better week as well, Tone.
Well, I can't be too down, can I? I'm still here.
You'll be all right, mate.
Yeah,
We're all
I'm
here for
fine,
you
mate.
anyway, mate. All right.
Yeah. Well, keep right on.
Keep right on,
Fuck them
Tone.
all.
Fuck 'em
Shit
all.
on the Villa.
Shit on the Villa. Good lad.
Yeah.
Just bring it down, mate, and I'm glad that you could all hear each other as well.
Yeah, it's great. But,
Yeah.
I'm doing all my Christmas cards for the Wrexham fans at the moment. Fuck them all. Shit on the Villa. And fuck Wrexham now.
Wow.
Right, I'm off then. I'm gonna
Keep right on, Tone. Up the Blues,
keep
mate.
right
Nice one,
Tone.
Tone. Nice one, Tone. Keep chin up, son.
Yeah, see you later.
Wow.
See you later, mate.
I'm feeling better already after talking to all these guys. Doesn't it help?
Yeah, it's good, innit, though, like the phone. Like,
Oh,
I
it's
love it.
brilliant,
I do.
isn't it?
I love it. Like,
Yeah.
what's more better than talking to Blue now? He's like, it's brilliant.
Yeah, that's it. Absolutely brilliant, isn't it?
And what I really like about it is well, it's all the different opinions that people have. I mean, I see that as a positive. Like,
Yeah.
Getting windy there, isn't it, son?
Yeah. Hello.
Hello.
How you doing? You all right?
I'm all right,
Got him in a
Joe.
minute.
How are you?
I'm all right, thanks, man. Is this Peter?
No, it's Stu, mate. How you doing?
Stu?
Yes, Stu.
Yeah,
How
you
are
sound
you,
like
brother?
walk then.
Hello, Nick. Hello, Neil.
How are you, mate? You're right.
Hello,
Good
Stu.
to speak to
Yeah,
you.
good, mate. I just thought I'd phone up and have a bit of a whinge.
Go on, mate. Get it off your chest, son. This is what it's for.
First of all,
Therapy, innit? Therapy sessions, man.
Yes.
yeah, man, group therapy is what it's
It
all
is.
about.
Mm.
I can not be up for the game for today. That's my first point.
Yeah.
You know,
Mm.
you as Nick was saying earlier, you know, and everyone else, Shrewsbury, they're going to have the manager bouncing now.
Yeah.
You know, new manager, he's going to get them up for it. What are we thinking? Do we just roll up thinking it's going to be a normal game? We're going to walk this. You know,
That's what it seemed like.
yeah, that's the first thing I can't fathom, mate.
They turned up,
What?
didn't they, Stu? Like, I mean, credit to him. Like, they didn't they? They'd done their own work, and Ainsworth got him going, didn't they?
Yeah, but
Because it weren't the same
What?
Shrewsbury team that I saw. Those last two games when we played against them, because
yeah, we walked it.
we were far the better team. Like, but it weren't the case today at all.
But this is what I'm saying. Why hasn't Chris foreseen this and got them like ready for it? Hang on a minute, lads. You're going to get the bounce here. They're going to be well up for it. They're going to be in and around you. They're going to be at it, challenging you. It's not going to be the walk in the park you've had. You've got to match it. That's my first gripe.
That is such a valid point, that is, isn't it? It was almost like Battle of the Team Talks today, wasn't it? Let's go and spoil their, new manager day. That would have been such a good leading point.
Yeah, yeah.
Hang on there.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I didn't watch the game as such today because I had things to do. But after I caught wind, I was seeing the game as it progressed, and I just thought, oh no, here we go. We ain't gonna win it. And watching on YouTube, Shrewsbury manager was on there first, and he was going, yeah, the guys, I got them lined up for it. They was dead on the feet at the end of it. we've got cramps going down and this, that, and the other. And I just thought, we weren't at the races. We weren't for it.
Yeah.
And sadly,
very true.
the last few games, we go into these games, we should know, as everyone seems to say, we are people's FA Cup final.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you warm enough, Neil, by the way? Because
I'm fine, mate. Yeah, don't you worry. Yeah, I'm lovely and toasty here. But what Chris has just said there, it's made me think of something different because we are everybody's cup final, aren't we? But maybe this little bit of dropping down a bit will take the edge off that for us a little bit from the other team's point of view, and just sort of make us a bit more normal for them, and just come and play a different game, maybe. So it could have, it could be a bit of a blessing in disguise. You never know.
We're still going to be people, though, aren't we?
Yeah.
I mean, I ain't blowing our own trumpet, but we are Birmingham City. We are in League One. Come on.
Is there anything that you're concerned about, though, Stu? Like at the minute, or you still think it's early doors? And
it is early doors, and I do keep the faith. But like some of the play in the last few games hasn't been like it was in the early games of the season, especially against Wrexham. I mean, people play, you can't play Jay and May. They did against Wrexham.
Yeah.
They are in other games. But my main problem is other teams are setting up because, as Nick and Jay and you, Neil, as well in your podcast, Blue Tube, we're too pedestrian. People are saying it all over, and it's easy to see. And if we can see it as fans, the managers can identify it, can't they?
Yeah.
Pass it out from the back. They're dicking around, passing sideways and backwards, and slow build up, and that. And these teams now, they've just got fine. Okay, we'll sit deep. We'll set our formation. Come and have us. Come and see if you can score. And we are bereft of ideas, mate.
I noticed as well, Stu, with their balls, they was playing over the top. Do you know when they had like it was coming down to our last defender or two, they was just lobbing the ball over them, like just slightly, and they was getting in front of them, weren't they? And like creating chances that way as well. It was just really sloppy at the back.
Was over the top.
And
their players headed it down, and he's beat our defender back, and they've scored. And that's the way in which it is. But we're not getting to the byline.
No,
we're not getting balls crossed. We're not cutting back with balls. I don't know.
Reinforces what we're saying about this plan B, doesn't it? We've got the plan A, we need a plan B, C, and D, and even more. We need to be able to, okay, if that's how you're going to go, we're going to change it up to this then, and become good at this. Because let's face it, we've got the talent, we've got the players for it, and I'd like to think we got the coach for it as well. But we don't seem, we seem devoid of these ideas of being able to break the teams down when they shut the shop. We need to be able to open them up some other way, but we just seem to keep trying this plug-in away, and it's not working at all, is it?
Formation. I mean, I'm not knocking the formation. It works. It's the way which he wants to play, high possession and that. But sometimes,
you have to change.
You've got to mix it up.
Well, you have to adapt to the game, don't you? You have to get
exactly.
You have to adapt.
Going to this club, this ground, the game's going to be like this, right? What's the best formation I can have? That because they're changing their formations to play against us. So why don't we switch it up?
But what I can't get my head around as well, Stu, is how we can be so dominant and not creating a lot of chances. I can't get my head around it. That's the one that's bugging me at the minute.
Yeah,
they're letting us be dominant now, aren't they? To a certain degree.
Yeah.
You can have it in your own half and play pretty football, knocking it around side to side and back to front. Once you come into our half, but I'm sorry, but we're already set up. Come break us down if you can.
Yeah.
I mean, it's showing that they can't.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. And then that's why then we retain possession. But, possession winning these games at the moment, is it?
No. Anything you want to say to Stu, Nick?
I think it's just pretty much echoing what we're all thinking. I think It's slow. It's pedestrian. You know, he's just. I mean, he's got to know this himself, hasn't he, Chris Davies? You know, he's got to know this himself. It's been a number of games now on the trot that this, you know, we're not moving the ball quick enough. I think NST's put it here. You know, the teams are packing 10 men behind the ball, hitting us on the break, but we're not having enough shots.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I think we did have 26 shots against Northampton, but I think this is what he may have been put off. We may have been put off not taking too many shots today. It's because I think we had 26 shots against Northampton and only 4 on target. They kept getting blocked. Do you know what I mean? So whether Chris Davies has said, just keep passing it around, keep probing, and we will get the opportunity. But it didn't come. I mean, I said to my pal when we come out of the game, I said we could have been there for another 11 hours, never mind 11 minutes, and we still wouldn't have scored. That's how it seemed.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So,
yeah,
I don't know. He's got some thinking to do. He really has, and we've got a run of games now where the games are coming thick and fast. That could be a good thing, hopefully.
But we've also got to do our part as well. And we've got to back the team and back.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It works both ways as well. So we've got to do our bit as well.
Yeah. I just think, you know, they're not some of the, like, Yokoyama seems to be like one of the only players. I wouldn't say only players, but you know, there are a few. But he sets out to beat his man his man, and to get that ball in and to create and cause a bit of chaos and carnage. And it looks as if people don't really know how to handle it.
Yeah.
What they do with the rest of them, they're like, oh yeah, well, you're not gonna try and beat me. You're not gonna take me down the line. You're not gonna get to the byline and put the ball back in. If I know if I stand in front of you, then you're just gonna pass it to the side or to the back. You know,
Neil, what do you think, mate?
Yeah, again, it comes back to mixing it up. Yeah, try and have the possession. We can try and draw them out as much as like. But if they park the bus at the back, you're not bringing that defence out. It's going to take something special sometimes, isn't it? And I'd like to think we've got that in the locker. Bringing Yokohama on, telling him to cut inside and have a couple of pops at goal. Like I've said before, Iwata, we know he can score from distance, and Paik, again, we know he can. But we like I say, we seem reluctant. It's just you got to press that button, I think, and just try something different.
Yeah.
I'd just like to see them get from back to front a bit faster. You know?
Yeah, definitely, 100%.
Yeah, I agree with that as well, mate.
Especially when they've had a break, like a sort of counter attack, really, as well. We need that, in us, don't we? When they have brought everything out, that's when we want to try and get behind them. Don't seem, like you say, we are pedestrian when it comes to days. It's we'd rather play out from the back and give them chance to get back. We don't capitalise on them coming forward either.
Yeah.
I mean, some I read on Facebook somebody put like goals were like they should have been set to Benny Hill music, and watching them, they were a bit calamitous, isn't they? A little bit, you know.
Who's just the Shrewsbury fans, you mean? Show.
No, one of the Blues fans posted on Facebook, or the goals we conceded, they're like a bit of a joke. They should have been set to Benny Hill music because it's like the ball goes up in the air and it comes down. And
yeah, we seem to get lost, and usually a mistake.
Yeah. The majority of their goals are coming from our mistakes, aren't they?
Well, they haven't touched that. I mean, today the back four, there weren't enough urgency for me. A couple of them goals there. I don't know what Clara was doing, and there just weren't enough urgency for me.
It was like we were relying on the fact that they hadn't scored many this season. It was almost like we got into the game, well, there's not much in their locker, so let's not worry too much. And then suddenly it was like, let's score 3 goals today.
Yeah.
They've got. I think the 2 strikers that they've got 3 goals. That before going into today, they've got 3 goals apiece. That one attacking midfielder, I can't remember his name there. He's scored 3 goals from midfield. He's assisted a lot of their goals as well. So they've certainly got the ones, and we weren't set up for that today at all, were we? We were just playing our normal game, and there was nothing special about today for us, unfortunately.
No.
Unfortunately, but
Two different, completely mentalities.
Yeah. As everyone says, let's hope it's just a bit of a blip, which I'm sure it will be.
Yeah, it will. We Blues, mate, and we've been supporting for years, and we've all got a story to tell at some point, from our own Blues journeys and that. And this is why I love doing this. But yeah, we've just got to keep the faith, like you say, and we've all got to stick together. And yeah, we just see what happens. I mean, we've 14 games in, so hopefully we can.
It's
Chris
not
Davis will
even halfway yet, are we?
give him a kick up the arse.
That's it.
I can't believe some people are calling for his head, though.
Nah.
Madness, man. Madness, mate.
Yeah, it's balm, isn't it? At least give him another game.
Signing, he's by far. Davis is our best signing, I think.
He is.
Yeah.
I mean, better than Rooney.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah. Oh dear.
But yeah, guys. Great show as ever, Jay.
Cheers, mate. And I'm glad I've sorted it out so you can all talk.
I do watch BlueTube as well, so it's good to see you all.
Oh, thanks very much, mate.
Last nights as well, and it's been nice to chat to all three of you as well.
Yeah, we know issues, no technical issues.
No technical issues,
That's it,
mate.
mate.
Is it all
Fucking cracked it now, son.
Has it all been your fault, Jay?
Yeah, but mate,
It's all Jay's fault. There's nothing to do with my end.
I mean, Nick's all kitted out. He's got more stuff now than the BBC Talk Sport now. He's all kitted out, isn't he, son?
Proper.
Got headphones, microphones, everything now. Backdrops, the lot. Yeah, we sorted it, mate. So yeah, I'm absolutely buzzing about it, and it's just nice that you can all interact and because this is what I wanted to do, and bring us all together and try and get other people on as well and stuff, and I think a lot of blues channels should do this. We're all blue now. At the end of the day, we should do it.
The one last night as well. That was pretty cool as well. Blue Shadows was good. That Perry rap thing.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, guys, keep up the good work and keep doing your thing, mate. It's great and it's a great outlet for so many blue noses to vent and stuff. So
yeah, super, man. Well, this is what it's for as well now, to get things off your chest and that as well on the night.
Therapy, definitely therapy.
Yeah, a bit of therapy.
Blue therapy.
Yeah, man.
Gotta be careful how we say things like that, haven't we? It could mean other stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll let you go anyway.
Cheers for ringing in, Stu, mate.
Nice one, Stu.
All the best, Stu. Keep right on.
Bye bye now.
Keep right on, mate. The Blues.
Keep on.
Right, guys, we'll have one more caller if anybody wants to phone, and then we'll turn the phone lines off. And we'll have a little chat before we go, guys. So if you do want to call in, this is the last one. It's nearly at the 2-hour mark.
I just noticed there was a comment from BlueTube, so it's not me asking questions, so that'll definitely be Ben. So nice to see Ben's logged on. Here he is.
Neil Jr.
My
yeah, that's how it sounds. That's how it seems. Like very complacent today, straight from the start. The start of the whistle. Very complacent, mate.
Yeah, I think that's absolutely right. Yeah, we've gone into that game just expecting to just do our thing, and we've been surprised, haven't we? But we shouldn't have been surprised, though. I mean, we should have known exactly what to expect.
Yeah. I think Tony had a point as well about the internationals, because that Pike don't have to do some travelling, and then you're throwing him in a game like that. I don't know. Maybe we should have brought Leonard in for him.
Hello.
Hello.
How you doing?
Sort this out. How are you, Jay?
I'm all right, thanks, mate. You?
Yeah, that's all right, Nick and Neil. Nice to meet you, Neil.
How you doing?
How are you, mate?
Right?
Who is it, Jay?
Who am I speaking to, mate?
It's me, Jerry.
Jerry!
Oh, yes, Jerry. How are you, brother?
I'll save your number as well, son.
Hey?
I said I'll save your number as well after the call, mate, so I've got your number then when you ring up.
No problem.
You all right, mate?
I spoke to Nick earlier. I was so disappointed today watching this game.
And me, mate. I think all of us was.
Yeah.
Every time I either went to their keeper or went out for a throw, and there wasn't a ball going through. It's not a nice,
yeah.
And I was getting so frustrated in the house. I really was.
Was there anything you was concerned about, Jerry?
Well, same as all like everything else. Jo never touched the ball in the first 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Never got a touch. Balls wasn't given into the box. There was nothing. Every high ball come over, went to the keeper, went out for a throw in. Oh, it was just. Oh, I was screaming at the TV.
No, I'm me, mate. I think we all were. I just remember the final whistle going, and the wife was looking at me. She knew I was in a bad mood, and she went, "Don't." As in, don't take it.
Nah, like before, like my lad who lives in Chester,
yeah,
and he kept texting me through the game and saying, "What's doing? This is atrocious. What's happening there? What's happening there?" Oh, just go. I don't know. And then, I think when it went to 2-1, I thought, "This is it. We're going to win this now.
Yeah,
we're going to come out second half. We're going to get 2 or 3 easily." And then see their third goal. What a scramble in the box. That was absolutely diabolical. I think the defending was all over the place.
Yeah, yeah, I agree with that, mate. I mean, there weren't no urgency at all, was there? I mean, in my opinion, anyway. Yeah, I don't know what they was doing today, but yeah, it weren't good enough, was it? But we all have bad days, don't we? So I'm just trying to make myself.
Most of the goals against us have been silly errors like that. They're like bounces in the box, just taking the eye off the ball, leaving it for somebody else. Yeah, it's not down to them being superb and coming forward, attacking us and playing us off the pitch. It's always down to something we've done, isn't it? You know, that's giving it away.
Well, I spoke to Jay and Nick before about this. Neil, what do you think about these early goals we've been conceding?
It's just like we don't start. I mean, you look at when we kick off, we're still playing that ball over the top, aren't we? It's like, well, we play a possession-based game, start passing the ball around and see what we're going to do, try and bring them out a bit, play around them. But that's always baffled me from the kickoffs. It's just hoof one over, give them possession. It's like an unwritten rule, isn't it? Whereas if you start as you mean to go on, if your game is to have a possession attacking base game, that's how you start, and you start as you mean to go on. And like I said earlier on, it's like almost like we need switching on by going a goal down, and we've really got to get out of that mentality and start being more positive right from kickoff.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with that, mate.
It's okay. There's right. I'm watching you on TV, but I'm talking on the phone. There's a bit of a delay.
Tell me to turn his TV down.
Yeah,
turn your TV down, Jerry.
I haven't got my TV sound on. It's just a delay between my phone and TV. That's all it is.
No, you just speak to us, Jerry. Don't worry about your TV. Put that on mute, mate.
Nick, I'm watching you on telly.
You in your headphones, mate. That's what he's saying.
He's watching me. Are you watching me headphones? Are you, Jerry? You cheeky devil.
Absolutely, Nick.
Yeah.
I've got a really nice pair of Bluetooth headphones there. They're really.
Have you?
I don't know if you want them. If you want them, you can have them.
That's awesome. Oh, that's nice here, Jerry. I'm fit. Maybe in a couple of weeks or 3 weeks, I'm all right with these ones, to be honest. They're all right. I quite like them. But thanks for the offer. I might take you up on it in a couple of weeks or something when I see you down the game, Jerry.
Yeah, that's no problem. Anyway,
no worries.
Fans go to Barnsley next week. I'm catching the 9:03 train from New Street. So
yeah.
Come say hello.
Oh, superb, mate.
Will do, mate. I'll be going Barnsley anyway, definitely.
Me and Jerry, we had an emotional cuddle, didn't we, mate, at the Wrexham game? Do you remember?
Yeah, we did. Yeah,
he tapped me on the shoulder. It's Jay, the boy.
Yeah.
No, it's a great community.
Jay, I remember it well.
This is why I love doing this, Jerry. You know, the community that we're all creating and stuff, and getting Neil on and No, doing it with Nick
Yeah,
and that. Like, I love it, mate. It's just
Great. That's great.
I had just left Blue Shadow, and she said she was looking for Jay, but she couldn't find you. And as I was walking into the ground, and I saw you by then.
Yeah, man.
Anyway, guys, it's been a great show. Anyway, keep right on, and I'll speak to you all soon.
cheers, Jerry, mate. Keep right
Cheers,
on, mate.
Jerry.
Keep right on.
Catch you later.
Nice one, Jerry.
All right, guys. So we've turned the phones off. What do you guys think about the callers and stuff and the opinions that were spoke about, lads?
Yeah, it really is therapy, isn't it? And it does make you feel a bit positive going to the next game, doesn't it? You know, we've got such a squad, haven't we? And we ain't got a daft manager now. We've got a switched on guy running the show. We've just got to put faith back in them, haven't it? You know, take it as a blip, like we've said a few times today, and move on and keep right on, as we always say.
Yeah.
Nick?
Yeah. So for me today, it's been like I say, I went in the game, really frustrating. I came home. I've not looked at anything social media related. I've done my own stream where I kind of vented. If I'm being honest, I haven't watched it back or anything. I just vented. It's an instant match reaction, and I'll try and do it after every game where I come on and interact with the viewers. So it's literally my view of the game, and I'll just get things off my chest. And then I came off there, and I've come on here, and honestly, it's been like therapy. I feel a lot better, a lot lighter.
Good.
Do you know what I mean? I'm glad everyone chooses to put their Big Rich has steadied the boat, man.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? He steadied the boat, Big Rich. I've been reading his comments in the thing. We've just got to not panic, man. Do you know what I mean? I think that's the main thing. Let's not panic. All this nonsense about
Chris Davis
calling for Chris Davis and that needs to stop, man.
I think those people will be sort of looking at what they've said now. It's just a quick reaction, isn't it? It's just blaming somebody, and he's the first person, you know.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. It's either quick reactions or it's people what either don't support Blues, or don't go down the matches. Do you know what I mean? Because anyone that goes down the matches and support Blues for a long time wouldn't be calling for Chris Davis's head.
No way.
Do you know what I mean? Because the thing on Twitter's I find Twitter worse than any other platform is because they've got no name to them. Do you know what I mean? They can go under anything.
Yeah.
So it could be anyone, literally. So I don't think that's a good source to gauge where your fan base is at. Twitter. But listen, man. I've really enjoyed tonight, guys. I really have, man. Glad you came on. Too. Thanks, Joe.
I'm glad you both come on, and I'm glad the phone lines work for you, Nick, as well, mate. I'm really emotional, mate.
You're emotional.
Yeah, man. We've been doing this for months now with Nick, and like trying to suss it out. He's experienced it now.
I've seen them. Yeah,
it's brilliant now. So
it's finally behind the comments.
And hopefully we can get you on again, Neil, soon, mate.
Yeah, I'd love to. Thanks for having me tonight. It's been really good.
Please hit the subscribe button. I'm the boy in blue. If you're new watching, Nick's chatting Blues and Neil's Blue Tube. So support all the Blue Noses, every single channel. Nick, thanks for coming on again, brother. Neil,
it's been a pleasure,
mate. Send my love to your lad as well, and keep up the great stuff, mate.
I'll pass it on. As well. Thanks very much, chaps. Lovely to see you.
Thanks ever so much.
Every Blue Nose and watch from the off. Thank you very much, guys. And we'll catch you on the next video. So keep right on and up the Blues.
Please subscribe, keep right on Blue Noses. Come on.